Good afternoon and welcome to On 1300. I'm Xochitl Mora, Director of Communications for the City of McAllen, and joining me this afternoon is our Assistant City Attorney, Mr. Austin Stevenson.
Hi, Xochitl.
Hi, Austin. Thank you so much for being here. We have something really serious to get to. We just heard a press conference announcement by Hidalgo County with Judge Richard Cortez, where he announced a new emergency order, which is basically a shelter in place. Can you talk us through what was discussed this afternoon, please?
Absolutely. So it's really important right now that the public take as much action as they can to prevent the spread of this virus. We are at a critical juncture. We understand that the release of more orders can be somewhat tiresome and somewhat confusing, so we try to make this as succinct as possible. I know the county judge says that it's 11 pages long. It is, but it's not that bad of a read. We encourage everybody to please download it and read it. It's available online at the county's website and the city's website. So basically, like we talked about before, there was a curfew where the county had issued a curfew saying that we needed to stay in our homes between 10 and 5 a.m. Under this new order, it's not just between 10 and 5 a.m. There's no longer a curfew. It's just urging all citizens to stay inside 24 hours a day. There are exceptions for essential travel and essential businesses, critical infrastructure. So if you work for a grocery store, you work for a government or food delivery, or if you need to leave your house to seek medical treatment, then you're still allowed to do that. But it's critical that you only leave your home if it's absolutely necessary.
Yes, and so he did go through that information, and of course the whole point is so that we can prevent anything worse from happening. And so he'd rather that we take these measures now, these precautions now, so that we can hopefully avoid something. Now, it goes into effect tomorrow evening at midnight, and then it continues through Friday, April 10th.
Yes, ma'am.
And so it's just a little bit more than 2 weeks, this 24-hour shelter in place. But of course, there are exceptions, and this information will be posted to the Hidalgo County website as well as the City of McAllen website and all of our tools, including social media and other, where people can get this information, like 311. Other things that he was talking about, which I thought were really important, were the price gouging and the enforcement aspect of it. And that was something that they hadn't focused on as much, but it was mentioned a lot during this press conference. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So not only with price gouging, but with any violation of this order, the county judge has authorized the county law enforcement to enforce the order. Mayor Darling has also authorized our McAllen Police Department, McAllen Code Enforcement Officers, and the McAllen Fire Marshal to enforce this order. The county judge's order has the full support of McAllen Mayor Jim Darling, and our McAllen resources will be out on the streets, our law enforcement, patrolling and enforcing the provisions of this order.
And so that's really important, is that it is, of course, if anyone is caught violating the non-essential travel, if you will, which is what is restricted. And so this isn't the time to go visit with family and friends as much as we would like to. Technology affords us the opportunity, the luxury to be able to stay connected. And so we encourage people to do that. But something, of course, that we continue to see, not just here in Hidalgo County, but throughout, is the price gouging. So if anyone does feel that there's a retailer out there that's taking advantage of the situation, there's measures in place locally as well as statewide to be able to address that. So that was something really important today regarding the judge's emergency orders. Anything else you'd like to add, Austin?
I'd just like to add, there's a little bit of confusion or some questions when it comes to the price gouging, and some people think you can only report that if it's a Walmart or a retailer or some kind of business. You can also report individuals. It is equally illegal to have hoarded or stocked up on essentials such as toilet paper and bottled water and to be selling them on the Facebook marketplace, for example. So if you see those posts, feel free to screenshot them and send them to us here at McAllen 311, and we assure you we'll follow up on every single complaint we get.
Okay, thank you so much, Austin, for that information. We will continue to keep you posted to the City of McAllen website, our 311, our social media sites, and of course right here on McAllen Spectrum 1300 with our continued response to the COVID-19 pandemic as new orders are issued. But for now, thank you, Austin, for being here. We will move forward and disseminating the information regarding the new emergency order of shelter in place for Hidalgo County. Thank you, Austin. For the City of McAllen, I'm Xochitl Mora.